And finally, for today's episode, let's turn to Kenry Hilton for a look at Adventist history.
This week, the first Sabbath keeping Adventist to legally organize met in Parkville, Michigan.
This week, we focus on new beginnings. While not the first Sabbath-keeping Adventist congregation, the Parkville, Michigan church was the first church of Sabbath-keeping Adventists to legally organize on May 13, 1860. This was in order that they may lawfully hold property, something they could not do without a name or corporate existence. The church was initially named the Parkville Church of Christ's Second Advent. Also, on May 17, 1874, under the leadership of I.D. Van Horn, the first Seventh-day Adventist church in the Oregon and Washington Territory was organized. It began with a modest membership of 35. Then, on May 14, 1898, the very first Seventh-day Adventist church in the Northwest Territories was organized in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. Seventh-day Adventist teachings were introduced into Alberta in May 1895 by two colporteurs, Thomas Athelford and George Sowler. Sowler canvassed Calgary as well as the towns along the Canadian Pacific Railroad. Athelford worked in Edmonton and the towns south of the city. He was considered to be responsible for the first converts in the province. As a result of their ministry, H.J. Dirkston was sent from Manitoba and organized a church at Leduc. Finally, on May 19, 1906, the first church was organized in Reykjavik, Iceland. The first known Seventh-day Adventist in Iceland was the Norwegian minister O.J. Rost, who went to Iceland in the summer of 1893. His ministry led others to believe in the Sabbath and set the groundwork for the church to be established a few years later. We celebrate these new beginnings that have served as foundations for our ministry. Today, a new Adventist church is organized every 4 hours. And that was This Week in Adventist History.